Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 116 or 117. I can't remember at the moment. A big hello and welcome to all new viewers, and a big hello and thank you to all returning viewers. George is with me today. We'll talk more about him later in a slice of life, but anywhere I go now, he pretty much has to sit on my lap. So he's happy to be here. So there's no knit along going on this month. But for May, what we are going to have a Love Your Stash knit along. So the rules are, it has to be started and completed between May 1st and May 31st. And it has to be completely knit out of your stash. So no cheating. So check your yardage, double check your yardage, make sure you have enough for your project because you can't go buying more. So any project. Any pattern you choose, any yarn you choose, you can make more than one project. Just make sure when you enter them into the thread, you give them their own post. If you are out there and you would like to donate a prize, can be stitch markers, patterns, yarn, bags, anything you want, please PM me on Ravelry and let me know. I'm always more than happy to accept any kind of prize. And if we don't get anyone interested, then we are going to go ahead and I will gift the winner a prize pattern of their choice. So, super excited because tomorrow is May 1st. So if you're watching this May 1st or later, you still have plenty of time. And that's it for knit along news. So I have one FO. I don't know if we're just going to sit here. He's kind of wanting to jump down. So I have one FO and I finished my, and it is folded inside out, so you really can't see, but I finished my shawl sample. So it is all ready to go. It'll be released in June because I'm going to finish getting it typed up, charted, and to testers. So super, super excited. It came out pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. I'm just so happy with it. So if you liked Moon Dance, I think you will love this one. The name's still up in the air. I'm kind of kicking around 2 or 3 different possibilities. Oh, there it goes. And the yarn is Leading Men Fiber Arts in the Soliloquy base. It is 100% British BFL, so it's super soft and nice. It has been washed and blocked. So nice. The stitch definition is amazing. I used just a hair under 590 yards. It will have a 650 yard recommendation because when I made the Moon Dance shawl, it seemed like all of my testers... Oh, George. He's scratching something. Stop it. George. It seemed like all my testers went way over the yardage that I used. So, I'm just kind of overshooting it a little to be safe. Because, okay, let's just talk for one moment about designer error and knitter error. So I got kind of a complaint that lots of people were using more yardage than what the Moon Dance shawl pattern called for. Okay, if you didn't gauge, I can't be held responsible for you needing more yardage than what the pattern calls for. I'm just saying, because I might knit tighter than somebody else, which would cause them to need more yardage. So that's not designer error, that's kind of knitter error, just saying. That's my only FO this week, and I have only one work in progress because I hauled butt to get that done. My goal was to get it done by the end of the month, and with it being the end of the month today, I succeeded. So the only other thing I have been working on is my Albers cowl. I am working on the 3rd and final square. I'm on the very last section that needs done. So I have like 8 more rows to go across the top here. And this will be done. And then I have like a ton of ends to weave in. So this is square 3. And I will get this done this evening. So you probably will... I don't know that you'll see this project completely finished. because it goes to the knit shop. It is a sample. This is square number 2. And then square number 1. Like I said, I have tons of ends to weave in on all of these. That's the only downside to this project. So what you do is you go and you seam them all together, all 3 squares. There will be 3. And then it's a cowl. But you were supposed to block them before you seam them. I don't know, I might not have all the ends woven in for the weekend, so you might see it next week. But I'm not going to make any promises. So I am knitting this out of Tree Frog Petaboo. So it is a wool bamboo mix. It's a fingering, but it's kind of a heavy fingering. But it's super soft. It's a great yarn to work with. I mean, it makes a nice, dense, yet soft fabric. Great stitch definition. Really bright, fun colors. I don't know all of the color names. They all had like numbers. And this was all kind of repurposed from another project that was living at the knit shop that kind of went awry. So I was given the yarn. I was told to just keep it and use it for myself, make whatever I wanted out of it. And I just didn't feel right doing that. I wanted to make something to give back to the shop. So when I was looking through pattern suggestions, somebody, a viewer out there recommended this pattern, and I'm so glad they did. Because it's really fun. I kind of gotten away from it because I had other projects to work on, but now I'm like, this has to get off the needles. I'm trying to get all my projects kind of worked down. By the end of the year, I would like to be down to only the project I'm currently working on at that time. So it's kind of a finish it all kind of year. Although I keep starting a bunch of other projects. So this has to be done before I can start something else. Because I want to cast on tomorrow. Oh, I should have brought the yarn. It's out there. I'm not going to go get it. But the whole Love Your Stash knit along was because I was looking through my stash. I want to make the Palmer. It's Palmer, like the golfer Palmer. Tank, and it calls for 4 different weights, or 4 different colors of a fingering weight yarn, not different weights, all fingering, and it pretty much, you need like, for my size, just under 300 grams. So I had bought a whole bunch of Knit Picks tonal when it was on sale years ago. I've had this in my stash forever, and I finally was like digging through, and I'm like, I know I have a whole tub of nothing but sock yarn. There's got to be enough of something to make this tank. And I found it. I'm like, what a great challenge to really challenge people. Use up some of that stash, especially with all of the retreats and festivals coming up and going on. And everyone wants to buy something new, right? But sometimes there's that guilt of, like, my sock yarn bin is full. Very, very full. So I really, needed to shop from my stash, and I'm so glad I'm going to do that because it's going to be great. So the colors I'm using are a blue, green, yellow, and gray. I think the colors are Blue Yonder, Springtime, Golden Glow, and Thunderhead. And all of those except Golden Glow are still available through Knit Picks. I don't know why they got rid of Golden Glow. It's a gorgeous yellow. I absolutely love it. And I think I've kind of been hoarding it a little, but if this tank works out the way I'm hoping it will, I'll be so glad to have used it. So that's it for my works in progress. I kind of have a crap ton of yarn to show you. So first up, I have 3 skeins of Encore Plymouth Encore. It is a 75% acrylic, 25% wool. And I have 3 skeins of it. Let's see, I'll turn it this way. 3 skeins. It is a bright lime green. I think the official color number is 3335, and I think it's called like Rio Lime or something like that. But anyways, my cousin is expecting a baby, so if you see me queuing and favoriting all kinds of baby projects, it's not for me. my cousin is expecting. She doesn't know what she's having yet. She'll be finding out soon. And her favorite color is green, especially lime greens and fluorescent greens. And I want to make the Sprout baby blanket. And it calls for a green. And it has like vines. And it's just a little square. It's not like a massively huge baby blanket. So I'm going to make that out of this. It calls for Bud and Chloe's sweater, but you know, I want something really easy to take care of and something she doesn't have to be concerned about. Next up, I have a sweater quantity. So 7 skeins of Ella Ray Classic Superwash Heathers in color number 118, also known as Flint. So it's just a basic dark gray heather. I'm going to be making my husband a sweater out of it. I use the last of my store credit at the moment at the LYS to get him enough to make the sweater that he picked out. He picked out just a raglan Henley out of the, what is it, Knits Men Want book. So that's going to be for him because I keep promising him a sweater and he kind of like, where's my sweater? And then I was given the opportunity to where I got to pick out something I've been wanting. And I'm like, okay. So I ordered from Eat Sleep Knit some Spud and Chloe sweater. I'll use it for me, not to give away as a gift. So I got 6 skeins of Spud and Chloe sweater in the Chipmunk colorway, also known as color number 7511. This is the base of the sweater, so I'll hold one. And then I also got one of all of these. 1 skein of Splash, which is 7510. Grass, which is 7502. Cider, which is 7515. And Moonlight, which is 7507. So these are going to be the Right as Rainbow cardigan for myself. So the base of the body is going to be the brown, and then at the top the yoke kind of has these stripes, and it's going to be these 4 colors, and then they were out of the natural undyed yarn called Ice Cream. So it'll be these 4 colors plus the cream color for the yoke. And I dropped them. So that's for moi. And then my husband had a doctor appointment the other day, and I went with him, and we stopped in Oberlin because we were right there. And I had to go into Gibson's for a donut because they have the best donuts on the whole planet, I'm convinced. Let me tell you. So, I got a donut. I got a fudge frosted donut and a whole wheat donut. They're whole wheat donuts. Rock my socks. They have like this little bit of a cinnamon flavor, and they're glazed, and oh. But I ran into the LYS right next to Gibson's, the bakery. It's called Smith's, and I got 2 more skeins of Ella Ray Classic Heathers. But this time it is in the green colorway called Pea Soup. So it is a very like asparagus-y green. It's not picking it up for me. Maybe back here. Yeah, that might be a little better. Anyways, I'm using Ella Ray Classic Heathers for my Vivid blanket, and I got a bunch of them from the LYS, and this was the LYS I hang out at normally, and this was one of the colors I wanted that she didn't have in stock, and she's all like, oh, well, I'll order it in for you, but I'm like, I only need 2 balls. I'm like, I hate to ask her to, I mean, I know she would. I know she would. But I always try, if I can, to stop in at Smith's because they are a great little yarn store. I like to support local business. And so I just grabbed these because I needed it. It was so hard walking around there because she has like all the Madeline Tosh hanging out. And I'm like, oh, Madeline Tosh, right? But I'm like, no. I need to get something out I know I need. And that was perfect. So that's my my gluttony of yarn. But really, if you knew how much I spent, it's not that bad at all. It just looks like it. So, that's it for the knitting. We're going to move on into a slice of life. So if you leave me now, I will see you next week. And if you're sticking around, well, here we go. So, first off, you saw George here in the beginning. He's on the bed. I wish he'd come over here. George. He's looking at me like, I'm tired, Mom. So, last week you all saw him snotting and sneezing and coughing and wheezing. This week he's doing so much better. He does still have a little bit of a sneeze. But last week was Wednesday when I recorded, and Thursday he was getting worse. So I took him to the vet, and he wasn't keeping his medicine down good enough, so they gave him a shot, and he was looking at me like, oh my God, she's talking about me. And, he wasn't eating. Oh, here he comes. He wasn't eating, so, come on. So I had to syringe feed him. So that was not fun. I had this special prescription cat food, and I had to, like, get it in the syringe, and he was not mad. He was not happy with me at all. So today is the next Wednesday, so he started eating some kitty food on his own Monday. So it's like day 3 or so now. He's eating on his own. I wish you could, can you see this? Look at him. He's like hugging me. And he's doing so much better. So that's good. He's eating and he's happy and he's purring. He didn't purr for like a week. And he's purring right now. So he's doing so much better. So thank you all so much for all of the well wishes for him. All of the well wishes on Ravelry and I get so many wonderful personal messages and messages in the group, and it's so nice to know that my community, you know, within my own little realm here, you know, is so supportive and caring of pets the way I am. And he is such a great addition to the family. He makes us so happy, and he follows me around like a little duck. It's so cute. He trails me around the house, and anytime my lap's empty, even sometimes when it's not, when it's full of knitting, he tries to jump up and occupy my space. So, otherwise, I've been trying to do well. I maintained this week, which was good because I ate total crap last week. Having a hard time this week. Things will hopefully turn around at some point. Baby. So, kind of got some stressful things going on this week. We'll see. We'll talk about it maybe next week. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying Can we say anymore? But that's really it. Just trying to keep everything going as smooth as I can. When things are out of your control, there's nothing you can do, and you just march on. But he's doing well. So glad, so glad. Hopefully I will have more to show you next week. I will be working on more toy designs because I have one I've been working on that I can hopefully get straightened out finally, and I'm kicking around another one. Really excited. So I guess that's it for me this week. So until next week, well, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon on Ravelry, Flirt, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, and Weight Watchers. And until next week, I'll see you then. And say bye, Georgie. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.